Today's video lesson will be about the creation of Object C using SketchUp. Now the first thing that you're going to want to do is take a look at the total length of the object and its total depth. Those are our starting dimensions. So I'm going to flip back to SketchUp. I'm going to take a look at my SketchUp interface here. There's a figure there that I want to delete, so I just click on them and delete with the delete key. I'm going to go ahead and draw a rectangle at this point here, starting at the origin point, and I just click and drag a rectangle just like this. Now down here in dimensions, I'm going to go ahead and put the required dimensions. It's 4.5, 1.5, and I'm just going to hit the enter key. Now using the zoom tool, I'm zooming in on the object, and I'm going to check my drawing again and take a look at the overall height of the object, and I see it's 2 inches tall. So now I'm going to take my push-pull tool right here, push-pull, and I'm going to pull this upward 2 inches, and so then I just input the number 2 in the distance. Alright, so now I have a rectangular prism here, and I'm going to check my drawing because there's another feature there that I need to take care of. It's this rectangular hole right here. And so I note first of all that from the right end of the block to the right edge of the hole is 1 inch, and I see the hole's length is 2 inches long. So getting back to SketchUp, I'm going to take the tape measure tool. The tape measure allows me to create guidelines, and so I'm going to create one guideline here exactly 1 inch from the right edge. And then I'm going to take the same tool and drag another guideline 2 inches over and hit the enter button after each one. Now flipping back to my drawing, I need to note what the distance is from the front of the object to the front edge of the hole, and same way with the back. And I note right here it says 1/4 inch. So now I'm going to take my tape measure tool and I'm just going to measure in 0.25 and do the same to the opposite edge. So there I have my rectangle that's set up for this rectangular hole. I'm going to divide the face using the rectangle tool. Notice I'm using my intersection snaps there, the red X's, calculating the intersection between those two guidelines. And I'm just going to click and drag to the other opposite corner. So once I have that, now I'm going to adjust my view, and I'm going to use push-pull to subtract this thing away. So I subtract, and I rotate the model using my middle mouse button, and I'm going to go ahead and look at the underneath side of this, and I'm going to put the cursor on the face on the bottom side, and so I'm just going to give it one single click like that. And you can see what that does is it gets a hole through the object just like that. Now we're going to clean up the drawing a little bit here. Erase tool, I'm just going to clean up these guidelines, get rid of them, and I'm going to do a couple things to kind of prepare this for layout. I'm going to go to your view menu, I'm going to do edge style back edges, and I'm going to do view hidden geometry. And so at this point here I'm going to do a couple of saves. I'm going to go ahead and just save the object back to a folder in my eTech folder. And then the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and export this out as a picture file. So there's 2D graphic, and I want this to be a JPEG image, and I'm going to give this a file name like SketchUpA1b or A1c, and then I'd put a JPG after it just to remind me it's a picture file. So that reaches the objective for this video, and so good luck with your modeling.